Today I will show you the process of writing a JDBC application using prepared statement in order to connect to the MySQL database using the Visual Studio Code environment. Now you need to open the Visual Studio Code environment, that is the VS Code. You need to have the software prior, and here already have a application of prepared statement. Now when you go for prepared statement and the normal statement in JDBC, the prepared statement is having much more advantage in order to execute the application much more faster, and the number of transactions comparatively are less. When you go for statement, there are more number of transactions what you perform, but when you go for prepared statement, we do have the less number of transactions to be performed, where I can speed up my operations to be performed. So here this prepared statement is called as pre-compile statement because I want to check the syntax of the query only once, and I need to go on doing the operations later on. For example, I want to insert 1,000 records into a particular database. If you go for a normal statement, we need to write insert into table name values and give the values then and there, and that I need to write in st.execute update method. So like that I need to write for 1,000 times. And if you take one record, you need to check the syntax of the insert query as well as the actual values to be inserted. So like that, for one query, two operations will be performed. If you take 1,000 queries, 2,000 operations are performed when you go for the normal statement. But when you go for the prepared statement, the syntax need not be checked every time. You can check only syntax once, and later on you can insert the values. So 1 plus 1,000, so 1,001 operations only will be done when you go for prepared statement. 999 transactions are reduced. So I have given the clear information of what is prepared statement in my earlier videos. I have done one video for prepared statement connecting Oracle database. I have clearly mentioned what is prepared statement, what are the benefits and disadvantage of that. You can just look into that particular video for further clarification about the prepared statement. Now, as of now, I'm importing a java.sql package, that's a JDBC API. Then the class name is prepared statement demo, and by using the class keyword, you need to write the class name with the class declaration. Then you can see we have the main method. Then inside we are going for try block. Now here the first line says that you are going to load the drivers. Now here we have something called com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver. Now if you take this driver is a predefined class available in JDBC subpackage. JDBC subpackage for CJ. CJ is a subpackage for MySQL. MySQL subpackage for com. Now in this line, we are trying to search for this class. Now this class need to be available in your system, and you need to set the class path in your environment variables. Then only this particular class will be recognized, and you need to have your MySQL database also inside this. Okay, so I have already clearly made one video on how to set a class path for MySQL driver, so you can look into that. The complete procedure, you know how to download the MySQL driver and how to set the class path. Then only it will run. If suppose you don't set the class path, and in this line you get an error like class not found exception, because you are searching for a class, right? If you don't set or you don't have the particular MySQL driver in your system, then you get a class not found exception. And now this is a string pattern. You can see double quotes here, double quotes. You can now when you pass anything in double quotes is obviously a string. Then you can see this is a for name method. You're passing this string as a parameter for name method, which is static method inside a class called class. Now here you have a capital C class, and here you have small c. Now when you go for small c, it's a keyword, and here you go for the capital C, there is a predefined class available in java.language package. So any static method we are not supposed to call with the object. We can call with its class name. So I'm doing the same thing here. Now we have connection interface in SQL package, and con is a reference variable, and driver manager is a predefined class in same package, SQL package. And here also get connection is a static method because I'm calling with its class name. So the get connection is available in driver manager class. Okay. Now coming to this, JDBC MySQL is a sub protocol / localhost. Why I'm writing localhost is the MySQL database is also in my system, and the Java application what I'm explaining is also in my system. So wherever your database is residing, suppose both are at the same location, then I can just refer to the particular system as a local host. If suppose the database, MySQL database, what you're trying to connect is in some other system, then its IP address or name of the system you can write here. Then colon, the MySQL port number is 3306 / now this STUD1 is a database what I've created in MySQL database, and here you have use SSL, use secret sockets layer equal to false, because I don't have any trusted certificates. I'm making this one as false. If you write true, you need to provide the certificate, trusted certificates. Now in order to connect that, it will ask you the username and password. So I'm writing the database username by default is root, and at the time of installation I given this as a password. I'm writing the same. Now before going further, I will show you the database. So I can just go for MySQL client. This is the thing where what you get when you install your database. This is environment for MySQL. Now the by default it will take root as a username. Password is whatever the database password I have given at the time of installation I'm giving here. So it is connected now. You get a MySQL prompt. Now if you want to see what all databases are available inside this, so you type a command called show databases. Then put a semicolon. Now here we have STUD1, what we are trying to work. So if you want to use that, you can use the command called use and STUD1 database name. Then you get like database change. Now in this, how many tables are available? So I want to check. So tables command you need to write. So you can see only one table is there. I want to see how many records are available. So you write select star from student db1. So you can see total 8 records are there. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 till 11 we are. Okay. Now when I execute my program, I need to insert few records and update and delete some records. So just go back to the program. So here you can see this line. We are creating a prepared statement. The prepared statement is the interface in SQL package. PS is a reference variable what you're creating. Initialize with con, that is the second step con I'm taking here, and prepared statement. Prepare statement is a method. This is an interface. Can you see here D? But here we don't have D. Here we have capital P. Here it's a method. It starts with small p. Then inside this, you try to understand the query how I'm writing. Insert into student db1. Just now I was showing no values. Now if you see how many columns are available inside this, 2 columns. Okay, and the database what I corrected is STUD1. No, so can you see here STUD1 is a database name. Okay, and here 2 question mark, 2 columns means 2 question marks you are going to keep. You are not going to pass the value at the time of syntax checking. Now this line will executed only for one time, and here I am not putting any values because my concept is that one will know the syntax should be checked only once. The values later on I'm going to set. So how many columns you hold in a table, that many question marks you can keep by separating it. Okay, so as of my table is student db1, it's having only roll number and his name. So I'm keeping only 2 question marks. Later on I want to set. Now after this, I want to set this question marks, right? So you take this reference what you created PST dot. Now you need to check out what is the first question mark is first column. You just check here. It is roll number. Roll number data type is integers. So if you want to check DESC student DB1. So you can see roll number is integer and S name is a varchar. So now just go back to the program. Now if you see first question mark is roll number, right? So it's an integer. So I need to write psc.setInt. Set int. And here this one is nothing but the first question mark column number, and 112 is a value. Okay, roll number 1 and 112. So this parameter index X, that will be automatically you are getting in the Visual Studio Code, but you need to write these values. 1 means first question mark, and I'm passing the value is 112. Then second question mark is a S name, right? The word varchar. You already put varchar. Now there's a string in Java, so you need to write set string, pst.setString. So the second stands for the second question mark, and this string is nothing but its value. Now once you give this one, you need to obviously call pst.executeUpdate. Otherwise, it will not affect in the database. Similarly, I want to insert one more record. So again, you repeat these lines, these 3 lines. pst.setInt, 1 with 113, then 2 with some other name, and execute update. So this is one record insertion. Again, you want one more. Again, 3 lines you are going to repeat. And again 1 with 114, 2 with some other name, and execute. So once you call execute update, then only it will affect in the database. Now here I'm writing system.println records insert successfully for our confirmation. Now this PST will work only for insert query. That's it. But now I want to do the updation. So I need to create one more prepared statement. You can see here, prepared statement PST1 here. PST is over. PST1 initialized with con.prepare statement. But the query is what? Update table name, set. What do you want to set? You want to set the name of a student, but don't write the value. Okay, where roll number equal to, don't write the value here also. Now if you take in this scenario, you want to set S name first. Now the first question mark is of what? Varchar type. So you need to write set string of 1. Okay, and you need to write some new name, and whose name you want to change, that also you need to set, because here we write roll number question mark. Now 2 is so we are writing second question was roll number, no, set int of 2 with 103, and execute update. So I want to update 103. Let me see here. 103 is MSc, no, I want to change to BCA. Okay, just remember after execution I will show. Then you need to call execute update method. Okay, so here the query says like update student db1 set s name equal to BCA, where roll number equal to 103. That's the meaning. Now this one I want to get for our confirmation. Then I want to delete one record. So prepared statement pst2 now, pst2 equal to conda prepared statement, delete from table name where roll number equal to question. So here I am not putting any value. Okay, so when you go for prepared statement, don't put any value. Now you want to set that roll number is a what type, integer, no, set int. So only one question mark is there. So for one you are going to write, that's the first question mark with the existing value 105. So let me check, 105 is there, 105 is available. This should be deleted. 103 should be becoming BCA, 105 should be deleted, and 3 records to be added, no, like 112, 113 and 114 to be inserted. Now after that I want to print my data. So you are going for result set. Result set is a temporary memory space where you are going to execute a value. Now before that, I'm again using prepared statement for the select query also. Prepared statement pst3 equal to con.prepare statement. I'm writing select query, select star from table. Now that particular pst3, by using that I'm calling a method called execute query. Then only the select query get executed. Now all the results which are stored in select star from table name will be storing into a temporary memory called result set. By from this I'm going to take one record and print. So the result set is holding one pointer called result set pointer. By default it is the above the first record. Okay, now I want to move the pointer for the next record, so I need to go for rs.next method. So if you want to have more information on result set, there is a separate video of result set. You can just go through that result set video so that you can understand what is the result set. So as of now, it's just think of temporary memory where all the records from the table is been stored into that, and one by one we are picking up. And this rs.next method is going to return true or false value. Once we move the pointer to the next record, it will need to check whether the values are existing in the particular location or not. If the record value is existing, then it will print the value. Otherwise, it will come out of the loop. Now system.out.println roll number. Now when you talk about this, I want to extract the first column. No? So first column is roll number, right? So I need to write rs.getInt. Still now we have used setInt. But from the result set, I need to extract the first column roll number. So I need to write rs.getInt of column number 1. 1 means the first column. Then Student name I'm printing as it is in double quotes I'm keeping, but it is a string, right? So I need to write array or get string of 2. That is the second column. So for retrieving the values, we need to write get method. For setting the values, you need to write the set method. Okay, so like this, one by one record it is going to print. Then finally you need to close all the references, like result set is closed, PST3, PST2, PST1 and PST is closed. Then go for cache block and you are calling the print stack trace method, which gives the complete error information. Okay, so ultimately when you say PST1 to 3, we are using the question marks, right? We need to set the values, right? So here the thing is, the syntax, whatever you're writing, the query syntax is going to check only for one time. And later on, you're going to insert the values where you are going to execute your queries much more faster comparatively with the statement interface. So save this file, okay, and execute this, and we'll check. Now I can see the answers. You got records inserted successfully, record updated and deleted. So here the 103 record got updated to BC. It was MSC now, got updated. And 105 is not available, it is deleted. Okay, and you got 112, 113, 114 as an insertion. So I'll show in the database also. Now you can see here 103 is changed to BCA. Earlier, if you see, 103 was MSC, no? Now it is changed to BCA. Then 105 is available here, but 105 we got deleted here. Okay, and here we were having till 111 only, but here we are able to insert 3 records: 112, 113, 114. Okay, what all we have written in the program, triple A, triple B, and triple C, the same thing we are getting here. Okay, and the same output we are retrieving by using a result set, and we are getting the output this one. Okay, so in this way you need to connect to the database, MySQL database, by using prepared statement application. So I hope I've given some input on how to write a prepared statement application in order to connect to MySQL database using Visual Studio Code environment. If you like this video, do comment, subscribe and share it to your friends. Thank you.